For today's headlines, NCR Plus downgrades to GCQ-HR. Philippines extends travel ban. Nayong Pilipino vaccination site gets greenlight. Philippines to file diplomatic protest against China. Taekwondo fighters to kick their way to Olympics. McGregor listed as highest earning sports personality. Crising to continue bring heavy rains and gusty winds. Good morning, I am Sandalocos and you are watching Tribune News on Q. Today is Friday, May 14, and now the news. President Rodrigo Duterte and the Interagency Task Force on the Management of Emerging Infectious Diseases has approved the shift of the National Capital Region and its neighboring provinces, collectively known as NCR Plus, to general community quarantine starting this weekend. Metro Manila, along with Bulacan, Rizal, Cavite, and Laguna will be under GCQ, but with heightened restrictions from May 15 to 31. 15 other cities and provinces will likewise be under GCQ. These are Apayao, Baguio City, Benguet, Kalinga, Mountain Province, Abra, Cagayan, Isabela, Nueva Vizcaya, Batangas, Quezon, Puerto Princesa, Iligan City, Davao City, and Lanao del Sur. Meanwhile, the city of Santiago, Quirino, Ifugao, and Zamboanga will be under the stricter modified enhanced community quarantine. Under the guidelines approved by the IATF, only essential travel into and out of the NCR Plus bubble will be allowed, while public transportation will remain operational in accordance with the government's protocols. The Philippine government has expanded restrictions on foreign travelers in an effort to prevent the double mutant COVID variant from spreading locally. The IATF extended the travel restrictions on those coming from India, Pakistan, Nepal, Sri Lanka, and Bangladesh until the end of the month as a precautionary measure against the variant first detected in South Asia. It likewise prohibited the entry of travelers from Oman and United Arab Emirates starting May 15 until 31. The Department of Transportation has been directed to ensure that airlines won't allow the boarding of passengers from the said countries except if they are part of the repatriation efforts of the national government. In other news, the planned construction of a mega vaccination site at the Nayong Pilipino Foundation's property in Parañaque City was given the green light by Malacanang. Cabinet Secretary Carla Nograles noted that the memorandum of agreement between the government and Enrique Razon-led ICTSI Foundation, which will construct the facility for free, will be signed in the coming days. The palace official has also allayed environmental concerns that several hundred trees would have to be cut down to make way for the project at the state-run park. Nograles assured that this will not happen. Tribune News on Q will be back after these reminders.
Hatch something big! The all-new Honda City hatchback with 4 seating modes. Utility mode, long mode, tall mode, refresh mode. The all-new City hatchback. Hatch more life!
Araneta City, home to the country's first indoor shopping mall, the world's original thriller, and the first ever Bini Bini pageant. Now a place for your first win, your first catch, your first home, your first big break, your first date, and even your first love. Araneta City, the city of firsts.
Viber is the free and secure way to connect with friends and family, anywhere. Send messages and make phone and video calls for free. Download Viber now.
The Philippines, through the Department of Foreign Affairs, is set to file fresh diplomatic protest against China over the continued presence of its maritime vessels in the West Philippine Sea. DFA Secretary Teodoro Locsin Jr. issued the directive in a social media post on Thursday morning following the statement of the National Task Force on the West Philippine Sea that it spotted around 287 Chinese vessels on waters within the country's exclusive economic zone during its maritime patrol last May 7 to 9. According to the report, Chinese People's Liberation Army militia ships were found scattered in various areas in the West Philippine Sea, particularly in Recto Bank, Panganiban Reef, Lawak Island, Ayungin Shoal, Pag-asa Island, Zamora Reef, Panata Island, Burgos Reef North, Kagitingan Reef, and part of the Pagkakaisa Banks, which include the Julian Felipe Reef. The sighting of foreign vessels persists despite the series of objections the country has filed against China. As of May 4, the DFA has filed 83 diplomatic protests to contradict Beijing's claim in the EEZ. This is on top of the daily protest the DFA has started to file since March until all Chinese fleets in Julian Felipe Reef leave. The Philippines has repeatedly raised its 2016 victory at the Hague ruling on defending its claim, but Beijing refused to acknowledge the said arbitral decision. In sports, the Philippine Taekwondo Association is looking to send at least 4 athletes to Tokyo Olympics in its coming participation to Asian Olympic qualifiers in Amman, Jordan on May 21 and 22. The 7-fighter delegation is slated to leave the request for Olympic slots today in a bid to add to the Filipino contingent that will see action in the Summer Games from July 23 to August 8. Southeast Asian Games gold medalist Pauline Lopez will banner the squad together with Arven Alcantara, Kurt Barbosa, and Kirsty Alora, who is looking to book a return flight to the Summer Games after qualifying in the Rio de Janeiro edition in 2016. Mixed martial arts superstar Conor McGregor was the sporting world's highest-paid athlete in 2020, raking in around $180 million, with earnings boosted by commercial ventures, according to a report by Forbes magazine. The 30-year-old Irishman only fought once in 2020, earning around $22 million from his victory over Donald Cerrone in January. The box office income, estimated to be at $158 million, came via his successful business activities, which included the sale of his Proper 12 whiskey brand. McGregor was one of only 4 athletes to earn more than $100 in 2020, with the other 3 being soccer great Lionel Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo and National Football League quarterback Dak Prescott. After making landfall on Thursday evening, Typhoon Crising is expected to bring moderate to heavy rains to Davao Oriental, Davao de Oro, Davao del Norte, Davao City, Cotabato, Maguindanao, Bukidnon, Lanao del Norte, Lanao del Sur, Misamis Occidental, Zamboanga del Sur, and the northern portion of Zamboanga del Norte. The State Weather Bureau cautions that isolated to scattered flooding, including flash floods and rain-induced landslides, are possible during heavy or prolonged rainfall in the said areas. Over here in Metro Manila, partly cloudy to cloudy skies with isolated rain showers and thunderstorms may happen throughout the day. The heat index is expected to be somewhere between 28.8 to 35.2 degrees Celsius, while the relative humidity is pegged at 36 to 80%. That wraps up the stories this morning. Catch the latest news on our website, shibrin.net.ph, and follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, Shibrin Now. The Daily Tribune is one with the nation in facing the COVID-19 crisis, and in line with this, the Daily Tribune digital edition on Press Reader is now available for free online. You can also download the Daily Tribune app on Apple Store or Google Play to get the latest and most comprehensive news online. Daily Tribune is also inviting everyone to join its community Viber Kachibu to get updates on the freshest and hottest news and entertainment stories of the day. Tarsito emoticons are also available on our community Viber. Just visit the Seeker store and search for Kachibu Community. And before we go, we would like to thank the SM Store and Araneta Center. Again, this is Sandy Locos and you are watching Tribune News on Q. Stay safe, stay healthy, and stay at home. Good morning and have a nice day.